Most cat owners are doing everything right. The premium food, the vet visits, the toys, the treats, the Instagram-worthy cat trees. And yet their cat is still distant, still anxious, still not quite there. Here's what nobody is saying out loud. Raising a truly happy cat has almost nothing to do with what you buy. It comes down to something called the 2% rule. And once you understand it, everything changes. The 2% rule is this. A cat's happiness isn't built in the big moments. It's built in the tiny ones. The 2-second interactions. The micro habits. The things that take almost no time but compound into something your cat feels in every cell. Most owners are getting 98% of cat ownership right. But that missing 2%? That's where trust lives. That's where happiness lives. And that's exactly what we're breaking down today. Let's start with the one that quietly ruins more cat relationships than anything else. 1. You're meeting their needs. You're missing their signals. Think about the last time your cat walked up to you and you were busy. Phone in hand, mid-conversation, halfway through something. What did you do? You probably reached out, gave them a quick pat, and went back to what you were doing. Feels fine, right? You acknowledged them. You showed love. But here's what your cat actually experienced. They approached you, which for a cat is a massive act of vulnerability. They initiated contact, which is their version of saying, I need you right now. And you responded for 3 seconds before disappearing. Do that enough times and your cat stops initiating. Because they learned that initiating doesn't lead anywhere. Researchers studying feline attachment found that cats who experience consistent, responsive interactions with their owners show measurably lower stress hormones than cats who are fed well but interacted with inconsistently. The food didn't matter. The responsiveness did. The 2% fix here is tiny. When your cat comes to you, stop. Fully stop. Even for 30 seconds. Put the phone down. Make eye contact. Let them lead the interaction. Let them decide when it's over. 30 seconds of full presence does more for your cat's emotional security than an hour of distracted petting. That's the 2% rule in action. 2. You're speaking, but you're not communicating. Your cat knows your voice. Science has confirmed this. A 2022 study found cats can distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's, but only when the owner uses that soft, high-pitched tone. In your normal voice, your cat barely registers it. Every time you talk in your regular adult tone, you are acoustically invisible to them. But flip that. Use that warm, slow, slightly ridiculous voice you use when no one's watching. Narrate what you're doing. That tone is a frequency your cat's nervous system is tuned to. It tells them on a biological level that they are safe and loved. 3. You're providing stimulation, but not the right kind. When was the last time your cat actually hunted? Cats are hardwired for a predatory sequence. Search, stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat, groom, sleep. When you wave a toy without letting them complete the sequence, you're revving an engine and never letting it shift out of first gear. The fix is simple. When you play, let them win. Let them catch the toy. Hold it still so they can deliver the final pounce. 5 minutes of real hunting beats 30 minutes of meaningless toy waving every single time. 2%. That's all it is. 4. You're filling their space, but not respecting it. Cats bond through proximity, through chosen closeness. Every time you scoop your cat up without warning, you are making a withdrawal from the trust account. It accumulates. These small intentional adjustments transform the bond. That's the accumulation of trust. Just 2% every day. A cat who gets picked up against their will enough times starts doing the math. Being near this person sometimes leads to losing control of my body. And slowly, without you noticing, they start creating distance. Sleeping in harder to reach places, leaving the room more often, coming to you less. You didn't do anything dramatic, you just made 100 tiny withdrawals. The 2% shift here is almost nothing. Before you touch your cat, offer your hand first. Let them come to you. When they're asleep, walk past them. The restraint itself is an act of love, and your cat is keeping score in the best possible way. You're keeping them safe, but not helping them feel safe. There's a difference between a cat that is safe and a cat that feels safe. And most owners are only achieving the first one. A cat that feels safe doesn't just have food and shelter. They have predictability. They have a home where the energy is calm, where routines are consistent, where surprises are rare. Cats are hardwired to read their environment constantly. Every sound, every shift in energy gets processed. In the wild, that kept them alive. In your home, that same wiring never fully switches off. When your home is chaotic, your cat is living in a low-grade state of alert all the time. You can't eliminate all unpredictability, but you can create anchors. A consistent feeding time, a calm morning routine. These anchors tell your cat's nervous system that the world is stable. A cat whose nervous system is calm is a cat who can actually receive love. Without that baseline, everything else you do lands on a foundation of static. 6. You're loving them, but not in their language. Think about the last time your cat slow blinked at you. Did you slow blink back? If you didn't, you missed something important. The slow blink is one of the most studied behaviors in feline communication. Researchers at the University of Sussex confirmed in 2020 that slow blinking directly increases positive associations between cats and humans. It doesn't just reflect trust. It actively builds it. Every day your cat looks at you and slowly closes their eyes, they are handing you something. An invitation. A moment of pure connection. And most owners don't even realize it's happening. The 2% version of love isn't grand gestures. It's learning to speak the language your cat was born speaking and showing up in that language every single day. Slow blink back. Let your voice go soft. Extend a finger before a hand. Sit near them without needing anything. These are not small things to your cat. These are the whole language. Here's what the 2% rule actually means. Raising a happy cat doesn't require more time. It doesn't require more money. It requires more precision, more presence, more willingness to see things from the 4 inches off the ground where your cat lives. The owners whose cats run to greet them, sleep beside them, slow blink across the room at them, they're not doing dramatically different things. They just mastered the 2% that most people overlook. Your cat already loves you. They're already trying to show you. The only question is whether you're fluent enough to see it. Start with one thing on this list, just one, and watch what happens.